In Iberian communities, the return of the lynx has caused growing tension between wildlife protection and rural livelihoods. Over the past year, these stealthy predators have killed more than 716 farm animals, mostly chickens and sheep, causing damage of over $4,300. Farmers have spent an additional $8,000 to reinforce enclosures, about $500 per farm, just to prevent further attacks. In one extreme case, a night raid wiped out an entire flock, causing $570 in damage. Although lynx are not dangerous to humans, their presence is putting serious pressure on local farms.
Holy
So how can Iberian communities protect their property while still supporting conservation efforts? Are there effective and affordable ways to stop these attacks before the damage gets worse? Let's explore in this video. Hunting lynx with a gun is a challenge that requires focus, skill, and respect for one of the most elusive predators in the wild. Unlike larger animals, lynx are stealthy, solitary hunters with sharp vision and hearing. Spotting them in the wild is rare, and making an ethical, accurate shot is even harder.
yes!
But for those who are prepared and understand their behavior, rifle hunting is a direct, controlled method to manage lynx populations when necessary. Whether you're in the snow-covered forests of Canada or the rugged mountains of Europe, knowing how to hunt lynx properly makes all the difference. Choosing the right gun is your first important step. The best rifles for lynx hunting are light, accurate, and fast shooting. Popular options include the .223 Remington, .22-250, and .243 Winchester. These calibers provide the perfect balance, strong enough to take down the animal cleanly, but not so powerful that they ruin the valuable pelt. You should choose soft point or hollow point bullets, as they expand quickly and ensure a humane kill. Most experienced hunters prefer bolt-action rifles for their precision, but semi-automatic rifles also work well if allowed in your area.
Yes! Yes!
Once the rifle is ready, timing and location will be your next weapons. Lynx are crepuscular animals, meaning they are most active at dawn and dusk. These are the best times to intercept them along their natural travel routes. Snow-covered terrain offers a significant advantage. Fresh tracks, scat, or signs of prey kills can lead you straight to where the lynx has hunted. It is important to move slowly and quietly. A good hunter learns to read the terrain like a map and use the surroundings to approach without being seen or heard.
Steady.
Kick them off.
Positioning yourself is just as important as tracking. Natural hiding spots like fallen logs, thick brush, or tree trunks can help you blend in. In snowy conditions, you can build a simple snow blind for concealment and wind protection. Set up in a place with good visibility but not too open. The lynx will feel safer approaching through dense edges. Always stay downwind and stay alert. Lynx may stalk silently and appear suddenly, giving you only seconds to react.
Yes!
Yeah, he's coming.
When the moment comes, shot placement is key. Aim just behind the front leg, targeting the heart and lungs for a quick and accurate takedown. If the lynx stops and holds its position, a chest shot is the most reliable choice.
Oh, yeah.
Some professional marksmen may aim for the head, but this requires precise aim and calmness. A poorly placed shot can wound the animal and lead to a dangerous, brutal chase, something every responsible hunter must avoid at all costs. Rifle hunting links is not about luck, it's about preparation, patience, and precision. It's a pursuit where your skills in tracking, marksmanship, and outdoor knowledge are constantly tested.
Yes!
You're not just chasing a target, you're matching wits with a ghost of the forest. When done right, this is one of the most rewarding and respectful forms of hunting. And for those who take it seriously, the experience becomes more than a sport, it becomes a story worth telling. What do you think of this lynx hunting method, or do you have a better one? Leave a comment below the video to let us know. And don't forget to like and subscribe to join us on our next hunts. In Canada, wild foxes are becoming an increasingly serious problem for farmers and rural communities, causing an estimated $1.7 million in property damage each year. These intelligent predators sneak into barns and backyards, destroy entire chicken coops in a single night, dig under porches, and even snatch small pets from porches. From poultry losses to costly structural repairs, the financial impact is hitting harder across the countryside. With damage rising and foxes quickly adapting to human environments, what is the most effective way to stop them? Let's explore in this video. Hunting wild foxes with guns in Canada is a skill that requires not only marksmanship but also strategy and control. It all begins with your weapon setup. Most experienced hunters choose the .223 Remington or .22-250 for their balance of speed, accuracy, and minimal pelt damage. These calibers are flat shooting, allowing for precise shots at various distances, especially in open farmland or edge of forest terrain. However, the gun alone doesn't guarantee success. It's the way you place and control it in the field that makes the difference between a perfect shot and a missed opportunity. Positioning the rifle is also an art. When hunting from a prone or seated position, always use a bipod or shooting sticks to stabilize your aim. A steady platform reduces barrel movement and helps you confidently take longer shots without hesitation. Keep the muzzle pointed toward likely approach routes, game trails, field edges, or the base of trees where foxes often appear. Your body and rifle should move in sync, minimizing noise and sudden movement. Every inch matters when you're targeting a predator with sharp eyes and sharper instincts. Your position relative to the gun also affects your success. Always sit with the wind in your face and stay hidden in the shadows, using terrain for cover. Let your eyes scan the area, but keep the gun aligned with your chosen shooting direction. Don't hold the gun up the entire time. Rest it securely on its support and maintain a relaxed but ready posture. As soon as you detect movement, ease into position, adjust your scope, and control your breathing. Every movement should be slow, smooth, and cautious. Foxes don't give you a second chance. Your shooting window is short, sometimes just a few seconds. That's why trigger control is crucial. Avoid jerking the trigger or rushing the shot. Exhale slowly, squeeze gently, and follow the bullet as it leaves the barrel. A precise shot just behind the front shoulder will bring the fox down quickly and cleanly. Missing by even a few inches might send the animal fleeing, never to be seen again. Accuracy is everything, and it comes from discipline, not speed.
snow last night.
Ready?
The rifle is your tool, but your success comes from how you use it in real conditions. Every element from how you hold the stock to how you control your breathing comes together to create the perfect moment. Fox hunting with a gun isn't just about firepower, it's about preparation, patience, and presence in the field. Are you ready when that moment comes? Will your rifle, your mind, and your instincts be in perfect sync when the fox steps into your sights? Share your thoughts in the comments, your opinions help us gain a broader perspective. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so we can keep hunting together.
Okay, baby.
In many regions of Africa such as Kenya, Tanzania, and Namibia, baboons have become a serious invasive species, with the total wild population estimated at over 4 million individuals. In Kenya alone, around 400,000 baboons have been recorded, mostly concentrated in agricultural areas bordering forests. Large troops of baboons frequently descend to destroy crops, damage irrigation systems, steal livestock feed, and even attack animals. Due to their rapid reproduction and high adaptability, local governments have had to launch controlled hunting campaigns using rifles to protect the livelihoods and safety of residents. So, how does a baboon hunt actually take place? Stay tuned to our video to find out for yourself. To hunt agile, alert baboons that often move in troops, professional hunters usually opt for small caliber rifles with high accuracy. The most common choices are the .223 Remington and the .22-250 Remington, known for their fast bullet velocity, long range, and low recoil, ideal for targeting animals from 100 to 300 meters away.
Yeah. Also,
Additionally, many hunters favor lightweight rifles such as the Ruger Mini 14 or CZ527, which are easy to carry across rugged forest terrain. When paired with long-range optical scopes and suppressors, these weapons allow hunters to approach baboon troops quietly and effectively, especially during early morning or late afternoon control missions. The first hunt took place in the highlands of Laikipia, Kenya, where a troop of baboons regularly raided fruit orchards, tearing down mangoes, bananas, and even uprooting young trees. In just 2 months, more than 30 fruit trees were severely damaged, causing heavy losses for local farmers. We set up an ambush at 5 a.m., pitching our observation tent next to the eastern fence line, right along the trail the baboons usually use. As dawn broke, a large male baboon appeared in a mango tree laden with fruit, followed by a troop of juveniles jumping around and tossing fruit at one another. I aimed at the lead baboon's shoulder and pulled the trigger. The bullet pierced its thick skin and sent it tumbling from the branch. In the suburbs of Moshi, Tanzania, even iron fences couldn't keep the baboons away. They climbed rooftops, pried open windows, and snatched fruits from kitchens. During one raid, I joined 2 rangers and climbed onto the roof of an abandoned house for a better view. From about 30 meters away, we spotted a troop of baboons, led by a dark-furred male. I rested my rifle on a rotting wooden beam, adjusted the barrel to follow its movement, and fired. The bullet hit its chest, and it somersaulted backward. My teammates immediately followed with multiple shots. 3 more baboons were taken down, including a pregnant female, proof that the troop had been reproducing rapidly during the dry season, posing a serious threat to local residents. In Nakuru, Kenya, baboon invasions into homes have become increasingly severe. They no longer fear humans and have learned to open doors, climb through windows, ransack kitchens, and tear open supply bags. One afternoon, I was called in to assist a family that had just been raided by baboons. After inspecting the scene, we determined the troop came from a forest about 2 kilometers away, an area with ancient trees and low cliffs perfect for hiding. I joined 2 local rangers, carrying rifles and binoculars, and we headed into the forest hoping to track and drive the baboons farther away. A gentle wind blew through the canopy, and the smell of fermenting fallen fruit hung in the air. Before long, we found fresh droppings and recent baboon tracks near a thicket. Our team quickly formed an ambush formation. From a distance, we heard rustling, then a dominant male appeared, crouching on a tree branch, eyes scanning warily. I raised my rifle, took careful aim, and waited for the right moment. In northern Namibia, where cornfields stretch across parcels of land, baboons frequently raid and devastate crops. Troops of dozens often storm in like a whirlwind, turning entire fields into battle zones. At the field's edge, we spotted a troop of around 20 baboons tearing husks off cobs, competing for the juiciest ones. I rested my rifle on a temporary wooden post near the field's edge, tracking the movements of the lead male, a large one standing upright, clutching a fully husked cob. When it turned, revealing its broad shoulder, I squeezed the trigger. The bullet struck directly in the shoulder, and blood spurted out in a vivid red stream. The troop panicked and fled into the forest, leaving behind 4 bodies scattered among the corn rows. The ambush helped local farmers save most of their ripening crops. In the dense Iberia forest, several tourist groups have been robbed of their cameras, food, and even bitten by baboons when they refuse to hand over belongings. I teamed up with rangers to set up a tent on a high mound for a wide view over the forest edge, an area believed to shelter several aggressive baboon troops. In the late afternoon, as sunlight filtered through the thick canopy, strange noises emerged from a nearby thicket near the stream. A group of about 20 baboons slowly approached, showing no signs of fear. The dominant male, large and bold, walked straight to the food crate we had placed as bait. It stopped, sniffed, then grabbed the lid with both hands and yanked it open. I lay quietly behind a bush, finger ready on the rifle trigger. As it stood upright and barked orders to its troop, I fired. The bullet struck its chest, and the troop shrieked and scattered. The entire scene lasted just a few minutes, but it clearly illustrated the danger posed by baboons that had become too accustomed to robbing humans. In southern Ethiopia, a freshly seeded cornfield was ravaged for 3 straight nights by baboons. Footprints, droppings, and scattered corn fragments littered the area. I hid near a row of acacia trees at dusk, knowing they'd come as the sun disappeared. Just as expected, a troop of about 40 approached the field. I waited until they had spread out and aimed at the last baboon, the usual lookout, to disorient the group. The shot rang out, and the baboon dropped. Chaos ensued, but the tactic worked. The entire troop fled and did not return for the next 5 days.
Oh.
These hunts are not about exterminating baboons, but about restoring balance between humans and nature. Targeted population control, combined with biological monitoring, community education, and preservation of natural habitats, is the long-term path forward. Without timely intervention, the baboon invasion will continue to escalate, bringing serious consequences to agriculture, tourism, and human safety. In the current context, controlled hunting remains a necessary solution to protect the last boundary between forest and mankind. After watching this video, do you agree that hunting is an effective way to manage baboon invasions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We'd love to hear your opinions and feedback. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more informative content. The leopard, a symbol of speed and strength in the wild, has expanded beyond its natural habitat and begun encroaching into residential areas. In the southwestern highlands of Africa, it has become a focal concern for both conservationists and local farmers. According to wildlife management authorities, in 2024 alone, over 2,000 goats, sheep, and domestic dogs fell prey to this apex predator. The total estimated damage exceeded $4.5 million, a staggering loss for impoverished agricultural regions. Governments in the affected countries were forced to intervene with a controlled hunting campaign, one that began at dawn on a misty morning. At exactly 6:15 a.m. on June 12, 2025, in the dry forest near the town of Ajuarango, Achozanjupa Province, Namibia, a sudden attack occurred. A male leopard weighing about 70 kilograms unexpectedly lunged at a man riding a motorcycle. The victim sustained serious injuries to his shoulder and arm before being discovered by nearby villagers and rushed to the hospital. Witnesses reported that the leopard appeared aggressive and showed no fear of noise or human presence, evidence that it had become accustomed to entering human settlements. The incident prompted local wildlife control forces to coordinate with a licensed hunting team to launch an immediate search for the dangerous animal. By midday, the team moved toward the forest where the leopard had fled. Not long after, the leopard appeared within their sights, silent, stalking, with eyes like steel. A single gunshot shattered the morning mist. The body was retrieved as the first evidence in a long campaign. On the outskirts of a town near the Namibian border, villagers kept losing their dogs, yet no one saw the culprit in action. However, large paw prints in the sand and deep claw marks on livestock enclosures pointed clearly to a cunning predator. On the third night of the stakeout, just after midnight, a faint sound echoed from the edge of the forest, a dry twig snapping under a heavy step. The watchman tightened his grip on the rifle. Seconds later, a leopard slipped out from the underbrush, silently approaching the bait. No words were exchanged, only a single decisive pull of the trigger. The gunshot rang short and sharp. The leopard collapsed in the pale spotlight, a swift hunt, executed with the same precision the creature itself was known for. In the Zambezi River region, a string of attacks forced villagers near the forest edge to evacuate. The leopard was believed to have killed 2 cattle and seriously injured a young man who had tried to protect his family's water buffalo. Unlike other areas, this terrain was thickly wooded, making tracking efforts far more difficult. Hunters had to take to boats, navigating small river channels in search of clues, scratch marks on tree trunks, splashes from fresh paw prints.
Do it again. Shoot, shoot. Whoa, nice.
After hours of searching, a faint rustle in the bushes signaled the animal's presence. But instead of fleeing, it charged straight out, a powerful leap aimed at the gunman. In that split-second moment, survival instincts took over. The beast fell, lifeless, just meters away from the hunter. At a cattle ranch near the Kalahari Desert, damages exceeded $20,000 after a fully grown leopard repeatedly infiltrated livestock enclosures, vanishing without a trace except for torn carcasses. Infrared cameras finally captured the culprit's image. In desperation, the rancher turned to a team of professional wildlife hunters. On a dim moonlit night, the team lay in ambush behind a crumbling brick wall. A sudden howl from the dogs pierced the silence, then abruptly stopped. The leopard appeared right on cue, tall, gliding like wind. A precise pull of the trigger. The threat was neutralized. In the wild African savanna, where the sun scorches the earth and thorny bushes stretch endlessly across the horizon, a team of expert hunters was deployed to capture a leopard that frequently attacked local livestock. They followed tracks imprinted in the red soil. As they approached a large bush, a subtle noise betrayed the beast's awareness. One of the shooters quickly dropped to a kneeling position, readying his aim. Moments later, a mature leopard with golden fur and black rosettes burst from the underbrush. A clean shot rang out, the bullet striking its front shoulder, sending it sprawling into the dust.
Oh, oh, oh. Nice step.
Congratulations.
The final leopard on the wanted list emerged in a low grassland bordering the forest, an area once used for grazing. For 3 straight weeks, sheep had been relentlessly attacked, forcing villagers to keep them penned at all times. That afternoon, the hunting team erected an elevated blind and used long-range binoculars. As the sun set, the predator appeared like a shadow, its gait light as breath, but eyes ablaze. Without a sound or a misstep, a single gunshot ended the threat. The animal collapsed, majestic even in defeat. The leopard control campaign spanned nearly 3 months, with more than 13 individuals neutralized. Many of them had long haunted nearby communities. Though revered as a symbol of wilderness, once they cross the boundaries of their natural domain, they cease to be mere predators and become direct threats to human life. The encroachment of leopards has sounded a stark alarm about the fragile balance between nature and civilization. And in those dim forests, the battle is far from over.